Hello, SC fans. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you might be watching me here. I remain Chigos Ndibo, the host anchor, bringing you live and direct unbiased reportage of events as in the heart, of course, across Nigeria and, of course, the world at large. We are here again with the latest development and events, very disturbing one for that matter. You see, Martin Nnamdi Kanu is not wrong, was not wrong when he meant to protect his own people, when he meant to protect the forest, and by so doing, safeguard the life and property of the supposed Eastern people. Of course, this necessitated the creation of the Eastern Security Network to preserve the lives and cultural heritage of the Igbo people, and by extension, the Eastern people. And some people faulted him. Some people, of course, raised the sledgehammer against him. But today he has been vindicated with the recent report, intelligent report, of course, from the office of the Commissioner of Police, via, of course, the Police Public Relation Officer for Imo State Commissioner of Police, Imo State Command. We are receiving a very disturbing report on the activities of hooligans who are purportedly, of course, uh, alleged to be Boko Harams occupying the forests of the Igbo lands, and they're killing the illustrious sons and daughters of the Igbo people. And this is the report that was released on the 29th of January by the Imo State Police Command. You are going to hear this, and this will tell the world that Martin Nandikanu was fighting a just cause when he said the reason for floating the Eastern Security Network was to protect the forest against the Fulani invaders, against the Fulani militias, and against the Boko Haram that are ravaging, of course, the entire country, whose target is to kill and annihilate all the indigenous people of Nigeria. Today, this report is coming from the police, of course, of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and this will attest to the fact that Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, was indeed correct, was indeed honest and sincere, and of course dedicated to the service of humanity by ensuring there is tranquility, there is peace, of course, and the life of the average Easterners have been preserved. But unfortunately, this, of course, moved his perceived enemies, even the political elite within the Eastern region, to ensure that this man is being destroyed, that he's been incarcerated today. Of course, we know the whole story surrounding his extraordinary rendition. He has maintained his composure, however odious and exacerbating any condition. Mazin Nandikano is a man who should be celebrated, is a phenomenon, and of course, a genius of our time. Yes, he saw what is to happen ahead, and unfortunately, which some didn't never saw, even up to now. Some are living in denial. Let me read the report, of course, coming from the public relations officer of the Imo State Police Command. This is the story. Just listen, and that will shock you. Very disturbing. Police bust kidnappers hideout in Avo Ihiagwa forest. Arrest 5 suspects. Who are these suspects? We are going to dig deep to unravel the mystery, to unravel what is happening. Sometimes some people will say that Igbos are killing their own people. That is not truth. Even the Nigerian police has confirmed that that is not the case. That is not what is happening. That is not the narrative. People are hiding under disguise, of course, to paint black the Igbo people. Igbo cannot kill their own people. Let's see what, of course, the revelation is all about. Acting on credible intelligence operations of the Imo State Police Command Special Tactical Unit, led by the Commissioner of Police, CP Aboki Danjuma, in synergy with the local hunters stormed a suspected kidnapper's hideout in a forest between Avu and Ihiagwa on 29th of January 2024 and arrested five suspected kidnappers, namely, pay very attention to this, and you know whether the names are from Imo State, are from the Eastern region. One of the suspects, of course, arrested was Muazu Awuta, which is 30 years. Abdullahi Abubakar, claimed to be 32 years. Uzero Sabo, 25 years. Sadang Suleiman, 27 years. Bashir Yahaya, 28 years. All of these people are from Jau local government of Jigawa State. The suspects are currently, of course, undergoing investigations and have provided useful information to the police that will lead to the arrest of other syndicates at large. Did you hear it? Are you hearing it? Can you see what is happening? That these people are from Jigawa, Jau local government of Jigawa State. They traveled all the way from Jigawa, sponsored by some hooligans, to continue the killings of the Eastern people. Adoptions, of course, and we go on with the revelations, and that will shock you. That upon discovery, upon this intelligence report, the police discovered, and after combing the forest, two decomposing unidentified corpses suspected to be kidnapped victims and other, of course, items like telephones, wristwatches, shoes, and slippers were recovered, which are, of course, the wares of their victims. Quite unfortunate. And the command intends to carry out further DNA confirmatory tests to ascertain the identity of the deceased. Five operational motorcycles of the suspected kidnappers were also received. You can imagine that in the heartland of the eastern states, they have occupied the forest, they have taken over the forest, they have destroyed so many lives, they have killed and murdered our own people, and the people are shouting. The governments are indifferent about the plight of the people. They are not caring. Of course, the parents are not garnished. People are being kidnapped on daily basis, and even when the people want to resist, of course, the government security operatives will come to fight the people, fighting the ESN, who are only whose business is to protect the forest and make the forest safe for our mothers, our fathers who are farming, who are going about their legitimate duties. Today, the police command Imo State have vindicated, of course, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu position that he is intending not to fight anybody, but to protect the life and safety of the people, which the government has failed. If not, there wouldn't have been casualties, there wouldn't have been victims who are unfortunately, of course, whose lives have been taken uh, by these hooligans all the way from Jigawa State. And of course, there are other people who are at large. Intense operation is still ongoing in the forest and other identified black spots with the aim of stamping out all forms of crime and criminality in the state. These are mere submissions by the police. How prepared and how ready, how committed they are, of course, in combating this incessant insecurity. It is quite sad, but we want to analyze the state of the nation. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said his objective of floating the Eastern Security Network was to preserve, of course, the life of the Easterners and to make the forest safe for them to go about their farms, their activities, and of course the local ways. But that was faulted, and people start fighting him. Those enemies of the Eastern people, those who, of course, are God beneficiaries of the flag system, start fighting him. But thank God today, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not wrong in decisively deciding of and taking a step a proactive step to protect the people of the eastern region of this country. Of course, if not that action, that wisdom, that proactiveness on the part of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. Today, what is happening in Ekiti State and the other part of the country, just Plateau, would have been worse in the eastern region. And that is quite sad, it's unagreeably true. And thank God for Mazen and the Kanu. Those who are fighting him today will realize their mistakes and cover their faces in shame. Unfortunately, the Igbo forest has been taken over, and people are falling victims of this cruelty. And it appears we have not seen an end. Now, the ball is in your court. Everyone must rise to protect, of course, their own people. Entirely, the regions are not safe, and what happens the next, nobody knows. We are bringing this notice and update so that you can know what exactly is happening. It is not just, of course, a story, but these are realities happening. It is not just, of course, that particular axis of Imo State. Virtually, even our Kigwe axis has become a den of robbers, a den of kidnappers, a den of criminals, most of which are foreigners, are aliens who came in to wreak havoc. That is quite sad and very disturbing. Until we come your way in subsequent edition. Please don't forget to hit the like buttons, share this video, let people get to know the truth of what is happening. That Mazen and the Kanu was not wrong when he said we are determined to protect the people, the life, and the property of the Eastern people. Of course, he has been vindicated today. Thank you until we come your way in the next edition. Stay tuned, keep watching, and remain blessed.